What nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Black Butler chapters 151 and 152. So, last chapter at Black Butler, we figured out what we're doing next and dividing up Sebastian's workload a little bit. But anyway, shit's about to get real. Let's get to this chapter and see what happens next. So chapter 151 is titled That Butler Slacking. From lump of meat to nobility. Seal explained the past to the Mitfords. On our 10th birthday, the two of us were kidnapped and sold to a secret cult organization where we were made to take part in an awful repulsive ritual. At the end of the ritual, I was made a sacrifice and suffered near fatal wounds. However, the Undertaker was kind enough to save my life, you see. Due to the severity of my wounds, the treatment took quite some time. But now all is well thanks to that. I have returned here safe and sound, and that is what has happened up until now. Aunt Frances, I believe you are acquainted with the Undertaker, am I right? Hello. He is one of those who has assisted with the duties of the House of Phantom Hive since my father's generation. Good to see you again, Lady... Oh, let me read this out. Hello. Good to see you again, Lady Frances Phantom Hive. Frances is just like, something's up. Mr. Undertaker, you haven't changed a bit since my brother was alive. You think so? Well, I could say the same about you, my lady. You look as if you were just born yesterday, in fact. This is difficult to take it in so suddenly, but seeing you here before our very eyes, it seems we have no choice but to believe it's true. I deeply apologize for all the worry and trouble we've caused you and your family over Lizzie disappearing and running away. If I had been in better physical condition, I could have persuaded her to return home. Changing the topic, why do you think your brother chose to impersonate you? Did he want to speed up the inheritance process? I would understand if he were an unrelated party. However, he already had the rights to inherit as the second son. What reason would he have to assume a false name? He clearly wasn't a foolish boy to my knowledge. I do not intend to press my brother on his reasoning behind that. He had a weak constitution, and many felt concern for him as the spare. I'm sure he had his own reasons for doing all this, and I don't believe he meant to hurt anyone with his lies. My brother has performed the Earl's duties spectacularly in my absence, and now it is my turn as the true head of the House of Phantom Hive to continue to carry out those duties. And that includes the duty passed down in our family for generations. I will take on the title as the Queen's watchdog. I know I must eventually request an audience with Their Majesty. However, I'm still not in top condition. I see. Make sure to prioritize your health. Yes, hold on a second. Yes, Aunt Frances. Master Seal, here are all the documents you requested. Here are the ledgers of all the land taxes collected in the earldom. Next, here are the planning documents for the implementation of development projects that your brother had put into motion. Plans for expansions of the aqueducts are already underway, so that will require your prompt preview if you would, as it cannot proceed without your decisions on the details. Next, here are reports on the price fluctuation of resources produced in the domain. Let's see. As well as statistics related to the income and revenue of the leased lands. Well, this is quite the mountain. Even just glancing over it seems like backbreaking work. A bit before my brother took over as head, it seems the earldom's income had dropped a fair bit. Yes, agricultural products were being imported from America at a very low price, which caused domestic price to depreciate. I see. So that's why you pushed so hard for agricultural development. Guaranteeing a healthy lifestyle for the people is also a duty of the Lord. A noble who simply rules isn't very noble at all. Young master, thank you so much for repairing the village road. Hey, come now. Need I remind you that that's the Earl you're so praisingly talking to? Lord Phantom Hive, this is the bread from the wheat we grow. Oh, let me read this part. Hey, come now. Need I remind you that the Earl you're so brazenly that's the Earl you're so brazenly talking to? Thanks to you, even clumsy pack mules can transport the milk with ease. Would you like one? Makes sense. However, I must advise that the most pressing matter is the maintenance of the Phantom Hive Manor, by which I mean it is imperative that we hire new servants and maids. That reminds me, my brother had very few servants, didn't he? That was because he had a superb butler named Sebastian. With him on board, we were able to make do with the bare minimum number of staff. Then how many did the past generations employ? The lords of the house would typically hire a house steward, a head butler, a valet, an under butler, and a footman. More or less may be hired, of course, depending on need. The countesses of the house would have a housekeeper, a lady's maid, as well as 10 or so household maids. In the kitchen, you'd find the chef, the pastry chef, and the roast. Oh my God, we're holy crap! The chef, the pastry cook, and the roast chef. Alongside that, they also hired 5 or so laundry maids, 2 kitchen maids, and 2 scullery maids, a gardener, and a small number of stable servants. Going by the list I just stated, for further reference, I have the past generation's ledger right here. At the very least, we would need more than 30 people, by my estimates. Should I start by searching for trustworthy individuals for the higher servant positions, such as the head butler and house steward? For those positions, I could contact the marquise of Mitford to see if they would introduce any potentials. The rest of the positions could be filled by citizens of the domain. And for the remaining unfilled positions, I believe it fine to put out a newspaper advertisement. If only I had known, I would have asked my uncle's advice while he was here. Now I'll take twice the effort. Undertaker, you can at least handle the head butler position, can't you? Tell the funniest jokes, Earl. You really think I could carry out the job as a job of a butler? Then what about Polaris or Vega? They are currently out procuring your meals, my lord. I see. Well, I suppose for now I'll have to take a look at everything, or nothing will get done. The 2 of you may retire for now. Yes, my lord. Earl, you've been sitting there for 2 hours already. Why don't you take a break? Says the loafer over there. You want me to take a break? Then how about you give me a hand, I unfortunately have neither knowledge nor interest in the administration of a domain. Useless arse. Master Seal, what is it? Don't tell me more work. No, well, I'd say it's a bit different than your lordly duties. Could you please come out to the entry hall? What is this mountain of toys? They are from the confectionery and toy company that your younger brother had been operating, the Funtum Corporation. It seems they are the samples for the new Christmas products, and they're adorable as hell, and I want one. Oh my God, they're so cute. I see. What a ploy. Though he raves about living for revenge, he has cunningly incorporated his own dream into the mix and made it come true. Does it frustrate you? Certainly not. It delights me to hear of his growth. Rabbits, on the morning of our 10th birthday, the present that came out of our advent calendar was also a rabbit. Rabbit thieves, if I recalled. He did say the demand for products marketed towards women and children were going to dominate this era, and indeed the outstanding performance of the Funtum Corporation is testimony to that. Did you hear that, Undertaker? My little brother is brilliant. Back then he said he wanted to do something ridiculous, like do business as the middle class did. A noble like him acting like a commoner. Could you believe it? I couldn't until now. He was looking ahead and preparing for the future when the land rents and taxes would fall. He started up his own business and industry with all that in mind. See, that motherfucker's brilliant. If it were me, I would have probably invested in railroads or communications. So what shall we do with these samples? Tuss, his purity gives him an unwavering heart. Get rid of it all from me. Toss it, burn it, however you like. Understood. What? Ass. Alright, so now let's get to chapter 152. From the windows of third class, and chapter 152 is titled That Butler Moving Separately. Go. The trains trek along 211 miles of north of London, towards the misty moorlands of North Yorkshire. The story moves to England's north, the Yorkshire Dales. Let's see now. There should be a carriage arriving for us here at the oh, excuse me, young ladies. Might you be the 2 maids who came about the newspaper advertisement? There it is, ladies. That there is Baron Heathfield's estate. What a grand manor 'tis. Sure, for a rural area like this, yet. So your names are May and Ran. And you are sisters of Chinese descent, is that right? How long have you been in England? Since we were children, our parents brought us. Our father worked on clipper for the tea trade. And now, where is he? Our parents passed during an epidemic. Through connections, we traveled to London, where we worked as servants for a trader's family townhouse. I see. It seems you don't have a letter of introduction, so may I ask your reasoning for resigning from that position? The trader's business went bankrupt, and the family fled in the night, leaving the servants without a word. I see. However, I'm sure London still... Oh, sorry. I'm sure London still had plenty of job opportunities to you. Why did you choose to come all the way here? Because this job specified that as long as you were under 30, your race did not matter. I am 24, and my sister's 18. Me? Oh no. I suppose if you were servants of the middle class, you probably never had anyone to reprimand you on your speech. Well, no matter. Can you both read? An average amount. Very well. We shall hire you. Thank you very much. You can never have too many hands. Let's see. Jane, show them to their room. Yes, Mrs. Abbey. Oh, a pair of new hires, is it? That's right. A pleasure. This manor certainly is large compared to a city townhouse, I'm sure. But since it is so large, the cleaning work is dreadful. We're almost always short-handed because of it. About how many servants work here? 35. But the maids count even less than 20. This is your room? Oh my god, Briggs, holy crap. This is your room. Later on, go collect a candle or two from the housekeeper, Mrs. Abbey. Oh, right. This manor's curfew is 10 o'clock. Don't forget it. What? We're allowed to rest that early? It's a rule set by Baron Heathcliff himself. Servants need their rest, he says. Furthermore, you must take all 3 meals of the day, as well as bathe once every 2 days. And should you wish to drop by town on your rest days, feel free to use the servants' carriage. They'll take you out there. Dude, this is awesome. What? This is unbelievably luxurious. Servants are normally only allowed the bath once a week, you know. Indeed, so be grateful to the Baron. This is amazing. It's like we're living in a dream. I'm so glad we came to Yorkshire, right, Ran? But don't forget, you'll be working your share. Have you brought your own uniforms? Yes, from our previous job. Good, then would you please change now? Are you going to stand there watching the whole time? What difference does it make? We are all girls here. Right, okay. Let's see. We're done changing. Not bad at all. Eek. And just what are these? They look like boots made for men. Well, funny story. Our previous employer gave these to me, since I have unusually large feet for a woman. Is that so? Well, I suppose it's not too strange, considering even the Queen enjoys high-lace boots nowadays. You said that your previous job you had 2 working chores as common servants, correct? Yes. In this manner, you, the elder sister, will be working as a housemaid, and you, the younger, will be a laundry maid. Perform those roles accordingly. Now let's take a walk on the ground, so I can show you around. Yes, yes, madam. Let's go, Ran. Yes, sister. Mayrin has left the Phantom Hive house and is starting her servant life anew at another. I got a feeling there's more to this. There's some undercover shit going down, and I'm very curious to why this manor of all places. Very curious what your thoughts are on these chapters. And man, the real Seal is a bastard. My God, he's no fucking mercy from him. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans. And if you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more Black Butler content, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All it's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.